Okay, hey y'all. Hello everybody. It is Wednesday. It's a little past 8:30. Actually, it's 8:51 p.m. on the East Coast. This is Carmen Bernard and this is Big Facts with Carmen. So, um last week when last week I talked about budgeting and the fact that we needed to get back to the basics. Really and truly, what I believe is that we really need to understand the foundation. All right, I'm Carmen Bernard, and this week I'm going to be talking to you about the actual foundation, and that is financial literacy education. All right, so um, what I'm going to do today is just talk a little bit about the crisis that we're in, what we're going to try to do to solve it, and how you can join me in solving this crisis. Here's some good news. The global literacy rates for all adults is expected to reach 90% by 2030. That's super awesome. 90% by 2030. Now, what we want to do is elevate global financial literacy to that same level, all right, by the same date. So here's the thing. Financial literacy is the number one epidemic right now. When we want to talk about epidemics or pandemics, financial literacy is exactly one of them. And our mission is to eradicate financial literacy worldwide. All right, it's time to close the gap between those who know how money works and those who don't. Right? There's a book that I've shared with you before called um, how money works. Stop being a sucker, right? The people who do not understand how money works are being suckers, right? And it's time to break that sucker cycle. It's time to break the cycle of endless debt. It's time to break the cycle of foolish spending and financial cluelessness. So, anyone who wants to take control of their financial future, they need to have the knowledge to make that happen. All right. And I want to invite you on a journey to help me with that, right? Financial literacy is understanding how money works, how to earn, how to spend, how to save, how to manage and invest money. Simply put, it's how money works, right? Financial illiteracy, on the other hand, is not knowing how money works, which can make you financially unwell for life. Here's some statistics, and they're staggering, okay? Um, $307 billion is the amount of mismanaged finances, personal finances, cost Americans. And that was a number from 2019, right? 307 billion is the amount of mismanaged personal finances cost Americans in 2019. So, statistics reveal that the widespread damage financial literacy has caused the United States alone, $307 billion. Let's take a look at some of the facts that reveal the damage that financial illiteracy has caused in America. 44% of Americans do not have enough cash to cover a $400 emergency, right? That's something going wrong with a tire, something going wrong with your refrigerator, right? Just something popping up, and something always does pop up. Almost half of Americans do not have $400 to cover that emergency. 43% of student loan borrowers are not making any payments, and that number is higher right now, of course, because of the pandemic um, and because of the things we have set in place. But even though those things were set in place to help Americans with their finances, what did we do with that money that we were paying the student loans with? Did we then decide that this was extra money that I now have to spend, or did we use that money wisely and invested it in something? Did we use that money and reduce debt someplace else, since there was a moratorium on student loan payments? 38% of households in America have credit card debt. I'm surprised that it's that low. It might be higher by now. 38% of Americans have credit card debt, and 33%, that's a third, of American adults have zero retirement savings. Zero retirement savings. All right. So, um, How Money Works, the book that I am going to be using in helping you uh, get to the bottom of this, helping me to help others in our community to stop the cycle of illiteracy. That it's called the How Money Works strategy, right? And what are we doing? We're leveraging education to stop the cycle of illiteracy and reverse the damage, right? Um, so there are three ways that you can help me with this goal that I'm trying to achieve. One, you can read the book, okay? And if you want a copy of that book, you just need to comment below, inbox me your email and your address, and I will send that book to you. If you read the book, or when you read the book, when you do, the human race is one person closer to reaching that 90% global financial literacy that we talked about. Everyone counts. All right. You can attend a class, and I will be holding those classes. More information will be posted on those classes that you can attend. Um, and we can do those classes. And I will be having in-person classes later, but we can do those classes on Zoom. If you'd like me to present that class, and it's free of charge to your employees at your church, in a gathering that you guys just gathered together, anything, I will be able to present that class for you. And furthermore, you can also become an educator. First, of course, you will be trained on how we go out and train others on how money works. All right. The book is super awesome. It's an easy read for somebody that's even 10 years old and up. And basically, this book is going to help people never be taken advantage again, right? No one wants to be a sucker. And there's some pretty interesting characters that makes the book come alive and makes it fun. So uh, that's really quick that I wanted to say that we need to get back to the foundation of how money works. I am going to be holding those classes in a Zoom setting online. I'm going to be having them in person. More information will be provided. And I can also do it at your convenience, wherever you need it, whether it's at church, um, whether it's at your church, whether it's an organization, whether it's your employees, whether it's just your family. And, a bunch of you gathered together and we sat down and talked about it. So, yes, back to the basics. Budgeting is very, very important, but we must understand how money works. That education that is not taught in schools is what we need in order to get to the place where we're not taken advantage of, the place where we're not, the line is not divided by the haves and the have-nots. We're going to make sure that you can do that. So You can reach me at 404-784-7081. You can reach me at carmen10k.com and schedule a one-on-one, or just send me a message simply right here on Facebook. Thanks and have a good evening. Bye-bye.